The last section is on paternalism. Paternalism is the idea of pater is Latin for father. And so basically it's a form of fatherism or parentism. The word parent is also very similar sounding. And so the idea of paternalism is the idea that somebody acts like your parent. The job of a parent is to take care of their kids, and they supplant their own choices and their own decision making for that of their children many times. I tell my kids, no, you can't have any more candy. No, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. You guys have to go to bed now. I do these things, right? Because they're children and they need to be helped along. And so paternalism is when you try to help other people by telling them what they should and shouldn't do. As an instructor, I can be paternalistic at times. I may tell you, you're going to need to turn this in. You're going to need to do this. I need to see that. Some of these things like attendance policies are a form of paternalism because they're done in order to assure that you are successful. Because I know that if you miss too much, you're going to stop being successful. Sometimes things like having your cell phone out is a form of paternalism because it'll say if you're going to be busy looking at your cell phone, you're not going to be paying attention to the class and therefore cell phones are banned or you're going to be distracting other people. And those are kinds of paternalism. And so there's a difference in what we might call strong paternalism and weak paternalism. Weak paternalism is basically the idea that it's like somebody makes a decision for somebody because they lack the ability to make the choice for themselves. Examples of this might be somebody who is under emotional stress, perhaps they may somebody's under emotional stress, like their kid's sick, their mom died, things like that. And so we start helping them out because of this. They're drunk, other things. Then there's also things like people are ignorant. They just don't know what the consequences are. Like an engineer may close a bridge because people don't realize that the bridge isn't safe. There may be cases where one's just too young. Children are protected because they're not too young. And other examples might be that that people may feel like they're not making a free and informed decision. They're being forced by their family, like with arranged marriage perhaps, or other things. Strong paternalism, on the other hand, is basically where a person has the ability to make the decision, but without really a good reason we replace their will. Sometimes we call strong paternalism unacceptable and weak paternalism is acceptable. Some people argue that even weak paternalism isn't acceptable. People should be allowed to make decisions that hurt themselves, even if they lack the full ability. But most of us would say that that's not the case. What happens, though, is there's always some issues that come along where we then say, does one have the ability to make the decision for themselves? Examples might be like wearing your seatbelt. Most of us know what the consequences are. Most of us know this thing. So why not just let people do it? Helmet laws. Drugs might be an example. Most of us by now should know drugs aren't good for us. And if you want to take the drugs and kill yourself, then go take the drugs. Legalize them. And if you want to screw up your own life, go screw up your own life. It's more trouble to try to protect these laws. And so what happens is paternalism is about setting the rules. Basically, at what point, though, some people will also say with things like drugs, they'll say, but nobody can make a full and informed decision. That you start using drugs and it doesn't matter. One can't make a decision freely, and that is a form of weak paternalism. And so paternalism is this issue. For example, is it strong paternalism to ban cell phones in the classroom? When I teach in the classroom, I usually let students have cell phones. Why? Because my argument is you're adults. You know that if you're playing with your cell phone, you're not going to be paying attention and you're not going to pass. Okay? End of story, right? So why do I care? That's your decision. You're a rational adult. You make your own decision, right? And at the same time, I also realize that if you have something going on, like a big issue, like your mom's sick or your kid's sick or you have a cousin with something and they need to get a hold of you, you're going to be more worried about that and wanting to go out in the hall and check your phone, and you're going to be preoccupied, and you might as well just have your phone. And so I figure you're an adult. You make the decision. Do you want to risk not paying attention and not passing, or do you not? And that's kind of the difference between strong and weak paternalism. At what point is one able to make that decision freely, and what point are they not? In certain cases, I don't know. With a cell phone, I personally would argue that you're capable of making it. Other people would argue that people just do it because they're societally pressured. If I tell you not to use it, you can tell your friends that and you won't use it, and that's for your advantage. And that's really me helping you out. It was something you were having trouble. You were not making a free decision not to use your cell phone. You were being pressured by your friends and your classmates and other things. But those are the concepts of paternalism. At what point do you have that right to take the will of somebody else? These become big issues in like things like medical issues, where maybe somebody has a baby and the baby's having some breathing problems, and they say, I don't want you to take my baby. You just had a baby. You aren't thinking straight. I'm a medical professional. I'm taking your baby down to the NICU or something like that. I'm going to go ahead and perform these series of experiments. I don't care even if you're drunk and you're wanting to walk in traffic. I'm going to grab you and take you out of it because you can't make these decisions freely. And that's a form of paternalism that's acceptable. But at some point, these become overstepping the bounds. And when do they overstep the bounds and when do they not?